Did you know that our gut contains around 100 trillion microorganisms, which is more than 10 times the number of cells in our entire body? It's mind blowing, right? If you think about it. Now, imagine if these tiny little inhabitants could actually influence our mental health. So, have you ever wondered how sometimes as simple as a daily probiotic could potentially impact your mood or stress levels? Well, today we're going to be diving into the fascinating world of gut brain axis, therefore, our gut health, and exploring how probiotics might play a crucial role in this complex relationship. But before we really dive in, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Lisa Rosenberger with East West Integrative Health Clinic. And today I really am excited about this topic about gut health and our mental health and how they connect. So let's start off with breaking down some key terms, and that starts off with, what are probiotics? Probiotics are live microorganisms that, when consumed in adequate amounts, provide health benefits to the host, i.e., us. They're often referred to as good or friendly bacteria because they help maintain a healthy balance in our gut microbiota. And then we have to talk about how that ties into our mental health, right? And so there is this connection, the gut brain axis. It's our gut talking to our brain. And it is the gut brain axis is this term that we use to refer to this bidirectional communication network that links our gastrointestinal tract to our central nervous system. And in simpler terms, it is just our gut and brain talking to each other. And this connection is vital for maintaining overall health, influencing everything from digestion to mood. It's also understanding this intricate link and how essential it is to opening up new possibilities for improving our mind, our mental health. And that can also be how we use our dietary choices and supplements to support us in our health and wellness journeys from a mind, body, and even spiritual or energetic perspective. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover the potential of probiotics and how they can help support us in improving and enhancing our well being. So let's understand probiotics a little bit more. There are different types of probiotics. And so when we talk about probiotics, it's important to understand that not all are created equal. There are many various different strains, and each can have unique benefits for our gut health and therefore our mental health, right? So there is so much more research coming out now that is learning about the different types of bacteria, i.e., strains, but within that, there are even more specificity, numbers that you can associate with different bacteria strains that actually are being shown to have different effects. So even if they're in the same family of bacteria, you may find that there's a different number associated with them that can have a different health benefit, especially when it comes to mood enhancement, digestive enhancement, and those types of things. So let's talk about the two most well-known types of probiotics or bacteria that are good for our gut health, and that would be lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. Now, the lactobacillus strains is, like I said, it's a family of bacteria, lactobacillus, and there are multiple strains within the lactobacillus family, and they are commonly found in yogurt and other fermented foods. They help break down lactose and produce lactic acid, which can inhibit harmful bacteria in the gut. On the other hand, bifidobacterium strains, or bifidobacterium family bacteria, also has different sub or different strains within them, are also found in multiple different types of supplements, but also different foods such as dairy products. And these bacteria are essential for helping with the breakdown of complex carbohydrates and maintaining a balance in your gut flora or your gut environment. And so some other sources of probiotics that you may want to explore or look into is kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. And even some cheeses contain beneficial bacteria or beneficial probiotics as well. And we don't want to forget the obvious one. Supplements can also be a place where you can find probiotics. And it can be a very convenient way for you to ensure that you're getting enough of these good bacteria, maybe in the right timing, the right dosing, to help support you in your health and wellness goals. Next, I wanted to dive in and talk a little bit about the mechanism of action, or how these probiotics, good bacteria, work for us, right? So once you've ingested a probiotic, whether it be from a food or a supplement, they interact with your current gut bacteria, gut microbiome, and they're a community of microorganisms. Your microbiome, or microbiota, is that community of microorganisms that live in your digestive tract. And probiotics, when ingested, good bacteria, they will help colonize the gut, working with what's already there, but maybe also pushing out some of those not so healthy or not so beneficial bacteria, so that you have less, what we call dysbiose, imbalance in your gut flora, that affects how you're digesting or affects your mood or how you're feeling in general. Like I said, there is a lot going on in our gut health that is influenced by these bacteria. So when we ingest them, the good bacteria, we actually help foster a better, more balanced microbial environment in our gut. And the colonization process that happens when we ingest them can have several benefits or effects on our gut health, such as improving our digestion, boosting our immune system, and even producing certain vitamins. But here's the thing, where it gets really interesting about these gut bacteria, is that these interactions can also influence our brain. The gut produces many of our neurotransmitters, often ones that actually we already know and love and like serotonin. Often, which serotonin is often dubbed the feel good hormone, and it plays a role in regulating our mood. So aside from balancing our digestion and helping improving so many things digestively, these good bacteria can also play a role in helping with our neurotransmitter balance and helping producing our feel good hormone serotonin, but also some of our other neurotransmitters, helping us to, instead of being more stressed, to actually helping us reduce stress and become more relaxed. And so understanding these mechanisms of how our good bacteria can influence us is going to help us to understand how impactful they can be, or how impactful it can be when there is an imbalance happening. And it is not just to improve our digestive health, but it actually improves multiple layers: our neurochemistry, our brain health, our immune function, our immune health, and how our body responds. So inflammation, even pain can be associated with some of these imbalances in our gut flora. So again, gut brain axis is a huge thing, but we want to talk a little bit more too about how they all connect together. And like I said, the gut brain pathways is our communication pathway between our head and our stomach, right? It is a complex network of communication pathways that involves, our nervous system, so our neurons, those neurotransmitters, our immune system in terms of the cytokines and messengers that tell us inflammation, no inflammation, those kinds of things. But one of the key routes of communication between the gut and the brain is our vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve acts like a superhighway, transmitting signals between the gut and the brain. And when our gut is happy, as in balanced, it sends positive signals to our brain through the vagus nerve. And vice versa. When our brain is happy and healthy, it sends those good messages down to our gut. And so you can start to see where there might be some connections between how your brain is feeling, or your mind is feeling, and your digestive health, and vice versa. How, if your digestion is good, your mood can be also good. So you might think of that when you're more stressed or anxious, depressed even, your mind is in that set, is like, then you look at your digestive health and see if which one came first, basically, right? So the chicken or the egg, kind of trying to figure that balance out. That might actually help you to know where you need to target or work on things. And working on your gut health is going to help create balance from a digestive standpoint, as well as help with that neurochemistry, that vagus nerve response, to help balance it so that you are feeling in a better, more restful, relaxed state, helping everything balance a little bit better. As I mentioned already, our gut health actually also influences our immune system. And this is important because 70 to 80% of our immune cells actually are in our digestive tracts, right? And those immune cells are going to be producing those cytokines, those chemical messengers that can influence how our brain functions. And the other side, immune system and the brain, is that connection with our neurotransmitters. So when our immune system is responding to an infection, we are going to stimulate the nervous system to respond to that too. But remember, 70 to 80% of our immune system is in our digestive tract. So when things are off balance in our digestive system, our immune system is also going to communicate in a way to our nervous system. So when we talk about neurotransmitters, for example, the gut produces about 90% of the body's serotonin, which is a key player in mood regulation. And this neurotransmitter pathway works in harmony with maintaining a state of health and well-being. And when something goes awry in the gut, it can send distress signals to the brain, potentially leading to increased or more mental health issues. And research has shown that an imbalance in gut bacteria can be linked to conditions like anxiety, depression, and stress. And for instance, studies have also found that individuals with depression often have lower levels of certain beneficial bacteria in their gut. And this imbalance can lead to increased inflammation and altered neurotransmitter production, both of which can impact your mental health. One notable study found that participants who took probiotics experienced reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression compared to those who took placebo. And experts believe that maintaining a healthy gut microbiome or microbiota can actually help mitigate these mental health issues. And this is because it is helping to balance the production of those neurotransmitters and reducing inflammation, all of which have been associated with higher risk of those conditions, right? Who knew? So, understanding the gut-brain axis gives us such valuable insight into how we might better manage our mental health through diet and lifestyle choices. And probiotics are an easy way to help support us in this balancing act that we have to do. And there is a lot of scientific evidence that shows that probiotics can have a huge potential impact on our mental health. And there's just more and more research coming out. So I was saying you're going to see more and more coming, but I was saying there's been several key studies that have demonstrating very promising results in the correlation between probiotics, balanced gut health, and mental health. And those who consume probiotics have shown improvements in mood, cognitive function, more so than those who took placebo. And another study, there was a highlight about certain strains of lactobacillus and bifidobacterium that could reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Again, we're going to keep seeing more and more research that's coming out that's showing this correlation between our gut balance and bacteria and our mental health and improvements. When there is balance in the gut, there is balance in the brain. Okay. All right. So even though the current studies are smaller and in shorter durations, I do believe that there is going to be more extensive research, and more extensive research, of course, is warranted. But as a clinician, I've seen many case studies and shows that this is probably more than likely going to be the trend in what we're going to see in medicine as well as in research, that there is a good benefit to having the right bacteria, good benefit in being proactive and making sure that you are eating the right diets and foods that help support balance in your digestive health and your gut flora, right? To help support your mental health. So how can we incorporate probiotics into our daily lives to, again, potentially boost our mental health? Well, one of the simplest ways is through diet, and that means consuming probiotic-rich foods like kefir, yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi. All are going to help maintain a healthy gut microbiota. And if you are considering supplements, it's really crucial to understand the quality and strains that you are looking to utilize. And so you want to make sure that you're getting high quality options, and you're going to look for products that contain well-researched strains like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, and also pay attention to the colony forming units, or the CFUs, so that you make sure that you are getting an effective dose of probiotic for the goal that you have in mind, so that you're getting the right dose to support you in terms of the outcome that you want. And Additionally to taking supplements and having the right strain, having the right dose or the right CFUs to get you the benefits that you want, you also want to make sure that you are making dietary changes that are going to support both your gut and brain health so that you actually do have better balance. You know, saying I'm one of those people who is not like I want to be on pills forever, and I tend to, when I feel good, I'm not taking my supplements. So as I was saying, my goal is that you're shifting your lifestyle to enhance your body function. And probiotics can be one of those things where you can take it when you need it, but also that you're getting the shift in the results that you are looking for. Then you are able to maintain it with your lifestyle, right? And so, like I said, those changes is going to be changing the foods you eat and eating those incorporating fiber rich foods like fruits and vegetables and whole grains. And the reason those are helpful is because they contain prebiotics, or basically food for your good bacteria. The other things that you can do from a lifestyle perspective that is going to help you is reducing your sugar and processed foods. These also, having less of those in the diet, are going to help you maintain a healthy gut balance, right? Our healthy gut ecosystem to support the good bacteria. And so by taking these steps, we can harness the power of these probiotics to support our gut and brain access and enhance our overall well-being, right? And that's the goal, is we want to continue to improve our health and our wellness. So to wrap things up, today we have explored the fascinating connection between the probiotics, our gut health, and our mental well-being. And we started by understanding what probiotics are and how they benefit our gut. Then we delved into the complex communication network of the gut-brain axis and its significant impact on our mental health. Finally, we examined the scientific evidence and the latest and the greatest in reporting and research that's coming out, and the role of probiotics in enhancing our mood and cognitive function, and discussed practical ways to incorporate them into our daily lives. Now, it is time to take action. So this is your call to action. So now that you have a better understanding of the potential benefits of probiotics, I want to encourage you to explore probiotic rich foods or supplements and start small. Maybe adding some yogurt or kefir to your breakfast routine, or trying some new fermented foods like kimchi. If you're considering supplements, as always, I want you to consult with your healthcare provider so that you can choose the best option for you. And I'd love to hear about your experiences or questions you might have. So feel free to share them in the comment section below this video. And if you want to learn more about how you can work with us here at East West Integrative Health, reach out to our office. Our contact info is in the description below. And if you're interested in diving deeper into this topic, and I want you to check out our resources, our additional resources and online stores down below where you can get some quality products. And I've linked that information in the description below this video. So to end today and this video, I wanted you to take steps towards improving your gut health, because it really can be a game changer for your overall well-being. And let's continue this journey together towards a healthier mind and body, and understanding how things work best for us. All right, that's all I have for you today. I wish you a wonderful day and look forward to you on our next video. Bye for now.